Utah, we have a problem, and it's impacting almost every school district in the state.
Administrators in our children's schools are having a tough time finding and keeping drivers to fill the seats of school buses.
After a number of complaints from the parents about late drop-offs and pickups, news specialist Nicole Val has looked into the scope of the problem and a possible solution.
It takes somebody special to be able to do this job.
Just as important to kids' safety as teachers, bus drivers are tasked with watching and safely transporting your children.
We're carrying the world's most precious cargo.
Janet Goff,
I gotta see your bus passes.
has worked for a couple of districts over the years.
Hi, Toby. Hey. How are you?
And it's clear.
I love having the interaction with the kids. In the morning when they board, I tell every student good morning. I think that's it.
But finding loyal drivers like Janet is apparently an uphill battle.
It's all over the state, if not all over the nation.
Bruce Young is a director of transportation for Canyon School District and says finding people to fill this seat is a constant struggle.
So it takes sometimes 6-7 weeks to fill a route after someone leaves.
A 40-hour-a-week job is something his district and almost all other districts just can't offer.
We can only work our substitute drivers 28.5 hours a week.
For most, driving a bus is a part-time gig only during the school year. And Young says often drivers leave or call in sick because of other part-time jobs.
So it's difficult.
2 to 3 times a week, Bruce says he himself or others in his office will jump on a bus just to get the kids where they need to be. Even these guys.
We may have a couple of mechanics that go out and drive. We have dispatchers. We've got 3 dispatchers, and sometimes 2 out of the 3 dispatchers will go out and drive.
And I found out the need for drivers is hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 districts in the state out of 41, with the exception of a few smaller districts and this one.
All of our routes are staffed. We do have drivers, and we've never had a shortage that's created any type of a service issue with the school district.
Ogden School District is
one of a kind in the state of Utah.
That's because the district doesn't own a single yellow school bus.
All of our vehicles are owned and operated by First Student.
First Student is a private company, the largest provider for school bus transportation in North America. Here in Utah, Ogden is the only district that uses them and has for 22 years, making a big difference when it comes to filling this seat.
When I do interview or hire a driver, we do offer year-round employment.
Let's get back on board with Janet and see why she really loves her job.
I work plenty of hours.
Janet works for Ogden Schools, but is employed by First Student, and she works on average
35 to 39 hours a week.
All year long.
Last summer was crazy busy.
And when the schools close their doors in spring, we branch out.
Chartering for churches, athletics, schools, community centers, drivers stay employed, while most districts let thousands of school buses sit in a garage for 3 months.
I would rather stay busy and work all summer.
Making drivers like Miss Janet stick around. On average, drivers at First Student make less per hour than drivers in other districts, but they work a lot more. And one more thing.
The school district knows what they're going to be paying for transportation.
Ogden School District spends a flat $1.4 million a year. That includes maintenance, mileage, insurance, fuel, every single penny related to transportation, while other districts of comparable size are paying much more. $5 million in Box Elder, $10 million in Davis, and in a larger district, Canyons,
$7.9 million.
$7.9 million.
Correct.
So if Ogden Schools is saving taxpayers that much money, why isn't everyone on board?
I've talked to other districts, not just in the state, but out of the state, that have tried it, and it hasn't gone well.
In 1996, Salt Lake City schools outsourced busing to a company called Transpec. They dumped the service within the first year after numerous complaints from parents and educators. But in Ogden,
We're not being challenged with that.
not only is the ride to and from school much cheaper, if you ask Janet, it's smooth and steady. Nicole Vowell, KSL 5 News.
Thanks, Nicole. Now, Ogden school officials say this model allows them to focus more time and money on education where it belongs rather than transportation.
Certainly works for the size of the district up there, isn't it? All right, something for everyone to consider.